I'm Michael.
I'm Phillip.
And this week we're talking about the 1984 punk rock classic, Repo Man. A film about a punk rocker who steals a car for you in the...
That's what he stole.
So, join us bad boys as we
Yeah.
Trying to get this right. Hold on. It's gonna be a rollicking good time. So join us, bad boys, because just got real weird. That is.
Yeah, real weird.
Punk rock. Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Fuck establishment.
This is Punk Rock Sci-Fi Comedy Movie Podcast Your one-stop shop. I have to read this. Sorry, hold on, I forgot. Your one-stop shop, wherein your two hosts, Manic Mike Benton and Phillip, the Poser Shadburn, guide you through our collection of video nasties, 80s and 90s slasher flicks, and much, much less. And, so welcome to the YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mock Mool.
I'm Phillip the Poser.
He's Phillip the Poser. You're not a real punk rocker,
No,
dude.
unless hang on. There's Blink-182.
There's Blink.
There's Good Charlotte.
There's Good Charlotte.
Some 41.
Not all of 41.
Some of 41.
Some of 41. Oh, God, I don't know. Phoenix TX.
TX.
I knew you were going to say that. 90s pop punk.
MXPX.
MX, they were Christian, weren't they?
Probably. But, I mean, it was like pop punk, so a lot of that was like almost, like had a conservative
It was like
kind
the
of...
Sinbad of punk rock.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, hey, we're not going to curse.
We aren't mad at the government, but we're mad at our moms.
We're mad at our hey, we're mad at our ladies when they be acting silly at the mall.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And before we get started, though, you got to remember to mash and just remember, don't mash. Press gently. That like and subscribe button on the YouTube helps us to help you be able to talk about movies.
Yes.
And that's what we're fucking here for. That's what we're all about up in this bitch. Is movies. And fucking and fighting and slam dancing with our fellow punkers, dude.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
I don't know. What do you do?
See? Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You sit there and you wait for our marching orders. And
Yeah.
our marching orders are to like and subscribe to the fucking YouTube, okay? If you're listening to the YouTube, to the podcast version, link will be in today's description. Okay, there. We did it. Anyways, this week we're changing shit up a bit. We're going to try and be a little shorter. We're going to try and get straight to the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Do you talk anymore?
Oh, I saw. Yeah,
Okay.
We're gonna get straight to the movie. No more riffraff.
Yeah.
No more riffraff or nonsense.
No more ballyhoo.
Mm-hmm.
No more gallivanting.
Yeah.
No more just being a couple of silly fucking cocksucking psychos.
Yeah. That's also a term that was used in those terms of
Endearment.
Yes.
Yeah, the Deborah Winger was on her deathbed,
Mm-hmm.
and Flap, played by a young Jeff Daniels, comes in and says, you're just a cocksucking psycho.
Yeah. Deborah Winger, sister to Kip Winger.
Who's Kip Winger?
From the band Winger.
Yeah. What a great punk reference.
Yeah.
This is why he's a poser.
Yeah.
You're a fucking poser. You were like, everybody's going to get my Kip Winger reference.
Everybody's gonna love Winger.
But first, Phil, it's Pride Month.
It is.
It is officially Pride Month.
In the name of love.
Yeah, in the name of love.
Yeah.
You too.
You too.
You too. Me too?
Yes.
We three are gay.
Yeah. We three gay kings.
Are sucking your dick.
There you go.
We three kings are sucking your dick. Say, there you go.
George Clooney, Ice Cube, and who else was in
And
it?
Marky Wahlberg.
Oh, why would I forget Marky Wahlberg?
Okay, so, Phil, in honor of Pride Month, I got you a little slice of gay heaven, you gay piece
All
of
right,
shit.
a
There you
piece
go.
of cake.
And here you go. You have to take a bite.
Now each color should be
Show it to the audience as you do it. Slant it. There you go.
on the ground.
Don't do that.
All right, well, I'm going to go with the purple part first.
We grew up watching Rachel Ray. This is just how we... Oh, he's eating into the purple.
It is grape.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. It's grape.
Like, you mean it's grape, as
Yeah.
in a pun, and it's great.
And green for
I'll suck you through your jeans.
broccoli.
Broccoli. Cockley.
Yellow for my belly.
Because I'm about to fuck, because I'm smelly.
Orange for orange, you glad I didn't say banana.
When I sucked your banana.
And red for the blood of Jesus Christ, who is very angry.
Oh, he's super mad. I have to try some of this real quick, though. All right. Could you narrate, please?
Oh, yeah, he's doing 3 different colors all at once. How was it?
It's okay. Can you start talking? 'Cause I need a minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in our age, it's kind of hard to just eat sweets now.
Why do you always talk like you're such a fucking old man?
I am an old man. I'm 75 years
Do you
old.
really think 35 is that old?
No.
Really? Because a lot of people do.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm 15. Mm-hmm. And by that I mean I only date... No, I'm just kidding. No.
Well, back to Kip Winger, they did have that song. She's only 17 or something.
We're talking about Repo Man.
With Jude Law. Forrest Whitaker?
Hey, seriously though?
Okay.
Like you're just like making a bunch of Winger references. Do you know what punk rock is? Like, do you think that's punk rock? It's okay. No, I want you to be honest with me.
I think punk rock would be like Steely Dan. They were pretty up, and
they're named after Steel.
Yeah.
So they're probably more metal.
And Dan.
They're more metal.
Yeah. Okay. True. That's a metal band.
That's a metal band. Try
Okay.
again.
Seals and Crofts.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about Repo Man, but Phil, punk rock. Let's discuss. Let's discuss.
Let's talk about our history of punk rock.
Go.
Well, if it wasn't, if it wasn't for punk rock, you and me probably wouldn't be friends or be doing this.
No, exactly. I think punk rock. Look, when do you get into punk rock? We were like 13 or 14.
Yeah, like 7th grade.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Seventh grade. That was the punk boom at our school. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I remember I kept seeing this kid walking around. His name was Michael Adams.
Yeah,
he was that kid. He was the kid.
The hair.
He had the fucking spiked fucking green hair. Like he's Billy
Misfits
Joe Armstrong.
Shirt.
Misfits shirt, and then he would wear his leather fucking jacket with a Subhumans patch, and he had fucking like 18 whole fucking DMs.
Yeah,
he would walk
and we were
around
like, I bet that dude steals his dad's cigarettes.
Yeah, I was like, that's the coolest fucking kid ever. And then you meet him, and he's a great guy, obviously, but
just normal kid.
Just normal fucking kid though. He was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like math sucks.
Yeah.
But I thought he was gonna be like, let's light cars on fire and shoot at cops.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I thought
None
that
of
was gonna be the punk rock thing growing up in
the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
But I would say, you start off with like the starter kit.
Ramones,
Misfits, Dead Kennedys. You know? Then you get into like some real shit.
Yeah.
That's when you get into like, well, tell them your
Fear.
T-shirt.
Fear. This is Leaving from Fear.
Like if that band came out now, you know what I mean?
No way. They would be like
alt-right.
You would have to,
like
you would have
changed.
to see them in like a very dingy warehouse, if not someone's basement.
Well, that was most punk shows, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking
this
about
is
nowadays.
Again, you're a
and
poser. You're a poser, bro.
All right, like a compound.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. You'd
Yeah.
see him with Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, Compound Media. Don't check it out, guys. Check us out.
Yeah, check us out instead. But yeah, man, I mean, I love punk rock. I gotta say, my favorite band of all time, and this is a divisive subject. I say divisive, sounds smarter.
Yeah, okay.
This is a divisive subject, but my favorite band of all time, NoFX. And they are, as of this recording, they're on their final leg. They're almost done. They're doing their final tour.
There's
And
one more punk band that's doing that.
Uh-huh.
Sum 41.
Okay, cool. Okay. Do you listen to punk rock?
Mm-mm.
Oh, why are we doing this? We don't have to do. No, hey, stop. We don't have to do this. I'll press stop. I don't like punk rock either.
I only listen to like easy
I'm a
listening.
poser too, dude.
Oh, okay, good.
I never learned how to skate.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's true.
Just sandpaper my shoes.
I sandpapered my shoes.
To this day.
Yeah, and I would like kiss my mummy on the cheek and stuff before I went to high school.
Good night, mummy.
Good night, mummy. As in the morning as I go to high school. Follow the bit.
It was in Alaska.
Yeah, exactly. For real though, I don't listen to punk rock. I've never liked it.
No.
I don't like it. It's very loud, abrasive, just absolute garbage music.
Crass.
Yeah. Speaking of a punk band that I don't like, to be honest with you, is Crass. I don't like any punk bands though.
Nope.
Like high school, I was still probably, Astro Lounge by Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
First Three, Counting Crows Records.
Linkin Park Hybrid
No,
Theory.
that was a little too aggressive for me
Okay.
too. No, I needed stuff that that 90s thing where they were like, oh my God, we need to sound like Van Morrison from the 60s.
Okay, yeah.
Just like boring white guy rock. That was my stuff.
Well, we are boring white guys.
Yeah, I don't like punk rock either. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just
what,
talk about.
what are we doing? Here.
I'll tell you what we're doing. We are. Close that. God damn it! I hate everything. I hate you, Phil.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's just get to the movie.
Let's get to the movie.
To the movie, get to the movie, quit rambling and get to the movie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pretend that we're into punk rock, though we aren't. So, Phil, let's start with. Give me the plot.
Okay. Before he became a Pee-wee hockey coach, Coach Gordon Bombay was a speed-snorting repo man named Otto.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Huh.
That his name was Otto?
No, that he was a hockey coach. No,
later on in his life.
Later on in his life, yeah.
Okay, so
he
here's what
cleaned
happens.
himself up.
Here's what happens. Okay, you start off as like a speed snorting fucking punker in the streets of L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, you're in like, I don't know, Minneapolis or wherever that bullshit
You
took
get
place.
a DUI, you have to coach a bunch of kids.
You got to coach a bunch of kids, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to coach the fuck out of it. Did he get a DUI? In
That was the plot. He was a...
He got a fucking DUI?
He's a washed up hockey player who like retired or like quit
Right.
and like got a DUI, and they're like, the only way to stay out of jail in these... he gets...
The judge makes him do it?
Yeah, it's community service. He's like, you have 500 hours of community service and you have to coach these nerds.
Yeah, these nerds, they'll never make anything of themselves. They'll lose to the popular white Christian academy across
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah.
Like, is that basically
The
it?
Sharks or whatever.
I haven't
yeah.
seen that movie since I grew a dick, all right?
I have not
Are we going
seen-
to talk about this?
Yes.
No, let's talk. All right. I guess we're not talking about Repo Man. We're going to talk
The
about
Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty
D2.
The Mighty Ducks D2.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, dude. And I got that VHS tape,
Uh-huh.
and I cracked it open, and the VHS tape was green.
Yeah.
I shit blood for 6 months and had to go to a hospice.
That was the great thing with
it was
like
the greatest thing ever.
fucking tapes.
Fucking
like,
sick, dude.
Like in the day was like, you can get like a green. I swear, yeah, like a green or an orange if it's like from, who was orange? That was Nickelodeon, right? Yeah, that was
Talk
Nickelodeon.
about
tape.
colored tapes. Check this out. I've been buying cassette tapes because they're cheaper than vinyl, okay? And you can go running with it. I got Snoop Doggy Dogg. Doggy style, okay? Let's just get that into the camera right there. Look at that shit. I opened up the tape, which you... Fucking yank the cord away from me.
Well,
Piece of shit.
I didn't want
the
you to
tape
trip over
itself
it.
is green. Ladies and gentlemen, the goddamn tape is green.
So was my Ninja Turtles tape when I was a kid.
And so were your pants because you poop fucking just straight up fucking broccoli sauce.
Just bile. As you go to the hospital.
All right, well, that's a good plot, Phil. It sounds like we might have us here a good movie.
We might.
But first, or rather second, what's the cast, though?
Well, we have Emilio Estevez as Otto Maddox. You might know him from Mighty Ducks and Young Guns 1 and 2 and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah. Did you ever see a movie I wanted to watch tonight or tomorrow, actually, after getting my Emilio taste today, is, did you ever see... Oh my God! What the fuck is it called, man? The movie with him and Richard Dreyfuss, Stakeout.
Stakeout, no.
Great buddy cop movie.
Mm-hmm.
Great buddy cop movie. Okay, you should check it out, and so should you out there in listening land.
He's also in Men at Work with his brother and Keith David.
He directed that.
Really?
He directed that. Yeah.
Okay, fucking cool.
Yeah. No,
I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie sucks, and you have bad
Okay.
taste. Keep going.
Well, here's something here's someone who doesn't suck, and he's a legend, who lived to the age of 91.
yeah.
Smoked and probably drank whiskey like a motherfucker.
Emilio
Harry Dean.
right.
Charlie Sheen. Harry Dean Stanton, a legend.
Harry Dean Stanton was a fucking boss player,
Yeah.
dude. I love Harry Dean Stanton. He's amazing in this movie. He plays Bud Light.
Bud
the
Light.
Repo Man. Everybody in this movie is named after some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that whole pastiche. Okay. What else would you know him from? Poser.
Well, Alien.
He plays the guy who
Christine.
gets killed
Escape
Twice.
from New York.
3 times. He gets
Red
killed.
Dawn.
Red
4.
Dawn. And in this movie,
Kohen Luke. Does he die in that?
no, but he should have.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he had one egg during the egg eating contest, and he was like, "Oh wait, I forgot I'm allergic," and he just dies,
Okay.
keels over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was famous for being a leather-faced, drunk, pot-headed retard who dies in every movie. Every movie he goes, "Oh, egg allergy," and he dies. That's what happens in Repo Man.
These aren't farm raised.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Love me some HDS. Who else we got?
We have we have Miller, who is played by Tracy Walter. I love Tracy Walter.
Tracy Walter is one of those character actors.
He's a good weirdo.
If you don't recognize him, that would blow my mind.
It would blow my mind that
He's
you
one of
would
those
know.
guys you've seen in a million fucking movies.
Yeah, he's like a smaller, kind of like weird-looking dude kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, he was in. The Silence of the Lambs. What else you got?
Matilda, he's one of the
The FBI.
fib agents.
Yeah, he's a fib agent.
He's a fib agent.
He's in the FIB.
He's in Young Guns too.
Okay. He's actually in good
Sid
movies.
Conan the Destroyer.
Did you know he's been in actual movies?
Yeah.
I gotta have you stop looking this stuff
What
up
else?
because you just look
Name
up like
what-
the
okay.
dumb movies.
I just won't do notes anymore.
No, you have to do notes.
Okay,
we're trying
well,
to
there we
actually,
go.
We're trying to.
I'm holding it
inform.
hostage.
Okay, fine, fair enough. There it is. What else was he in? Was he in fucking fucking like Best of the Best 4 or some shit?
Yeah, he's
you
in
like?
Best of the Best 4.
Yeah, exactly. He was in real movies too.
I know.
You don't. You don't watch good movies.
Okay, name something else since you know all the good movies that he's
I
been
didn't
in.
say
Name
I
them.
know
Okay,
them all.
well then
I
shut
just
the
said
fuck
he was.
up.
No, bitch. No,
All
bitch.
right.
No, we're doing it now.
Okay.
Tracy, I'm Googling
Well,
it.
Well,
And I
you have that
guarantee
power.
you he's been in some motherfucking movies where you're gonna. I mean, like I do remember he was in Aaron Brockovich. That was up for awards. It's not just.
Midnight Run.
Was he in Midnight Run?
He's in. Yeah, he's
Was he?
one of the guys in the restaurant.
Okay.
The cafe.
See, that's a good one. He was in 1997's Drive.
I don't.
I don't know. What
That's not the one with Gosling. I have
He
no
was
idea.
also in busy year 1997 for Tracy Walter, character actor extraordinaire, because he was also in Wild America with Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Okay, now I remember. That's the movie where
See?
they're like, "Let's take a nap in this cave." I don't know. There's bears.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
they played that song, Spirit in the Sky, and all that kind of shit.
Norman Greenbaum.
Is that who that was?
Yeah,
Norman Greenbaum
yeah.
did that?
Big Jesus guy.
that kind of shocks me.
It does me
With
too.
that kind of
I'm
name,
always
okay.
like Norman Greenbaum. Okay.
Greenbaum. Are you always like that?
Yeah.
Are you always thinking about Norman Greenbaum?
Always.
You're a fucking maniac.
All
You're
day
a
I dream
maniac.
about Norman Greenbaum.
All day I dream about Norman Greenbaum. Me too.
Okay, cool.
Me too. Yeah. Okay, what else you got?
Olivia
Newton-John?
Olivia
Plath? No, that's Sylvia.
Barash as
Let me check.
Layla
Barish.
Barish. Okay.
She played Layla.
Layla.
She's a spicy number.
She is a spicy
She's a
number.
sexy little
She had some
treat.
toot and she was sexy.
Yeah, and they had sex in that car outside of the UFO place,
Mhm.
right? And you just hear her just go.
Yeah.
She kicks up her little fucking leg.
That's sex noises.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, obviously, I wish she had a penis, no titties, but like, you can imagine, bro.
I can always
Imagine if you were fiddling around with her, and all of a sudden, flop, big sweaty dong, 14 inches. It has a face on it. It's
Uh-huh.
Harry Dean Stanton's head
Ooh.
on the end of her penis. And he's screaming at you, I want a cigarette very badly.
Yeah.
You're not going to suck that?
You
It's
got me
Pride
there.
Month.
It's Pride Month.
Month. You got to suck
Get
it.
the
dude.
champagne out.
Oh, champagne. I'm sorry. We had champagne, but I got to explain.
Yeah.
We had
Backstory.
champagne ready to go, and just before we pressed record, we were talking about Sinbad, favorite comedian. Also, the guy who fought he fought alongside the Argonauts. And
Yeah.
the bottle, the shit just blew up. It just went like a gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't get to have the cool uncorking thing.
Yeah, but we'll-
But call
We'll
us,
have a little-
call us D. Corky Romano.
Yeah. Which that movie should have been decorked anyway.
I bet you Tracy Walter was in that. That's not in your fucking notes. That's an Academy Award winning movie.
I'm
Look
not
up the Academy Award winning ones like fucking Corky Romano.
Okay, I'll check.
It's been years now. I've been telling you.
So next as Light, we have a guy named Light.
Oh, the black guy.
Cy Richardson.
Cy
Yeah.
Richardson is so good. This movie's directed by Alex Cox. We'll get into him in a second. Gay pride, okay? But he used Cy Richardson a lot, or rather collaborated with Cy Richardson a lot. Did you ever see Sid and Nancy?
Like just the ending part on like AMC
Whoa.
or something.
You got to see that whole thing. You got to see it, dude. That's a punk rock classic. We got to get to that.
Yeah, I do know at the
Were
end.
you a Sex Pistols guy? You weren't really.
No, I was.
Or were you? Okay.
I mean, they have like one album, so.
Yeah, I know. It's either you like it or you don't.
Yeah, you
It's
either
not
like Never Mind the Bullock, the Bollocks, or you don't.
I don't mind the Bollocks.
No, I think it's a great album.
No,
but
that's
here's
not
the
what
problem,
I'm saying.
though.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to
They're
make
like-
I know. I'm trying to make a joke.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, okay, so the album's called Never Mind the Bollocks. Guys, this is how we write jokes
Yeah.
together. Okay? You know the album's called Never Mind the Bollocks?
Uh-huh.
Here's the Sex Pistols. Like, fuck the Bollocks. Here's the Sex
Yeah.
Pistols. I never really minded the Bollocks. I kind of thought they were all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
True.
Yeah. I know.
Why
we-
never mind them? We should remember the Bollocks.
Hey, remember the Bollocks, but also try us out. We're a new band. We're called the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
We're pretty. Hey, you like rock and roll?
I love Walkie Woe.
Do you have a bad attitude?
Always, because I am a bad attitude person.
You really are. You got a lot of tude.
Yeah,
Like
especially in the morning. If I don't have
Really?
my coffee. Huh?
these are punk rock jokes. This is what punk rockers.
I've
just
got
do
a
bunch
mug
of-
that says more coffee with an angry face. I'm one of those guys. Or ladies.
Don't talk to me before I've had my coffee.
Or the wine stuff. It's like,
Hey, I need 14 cc stat.
yeah, like a huge glass that says more wine.
Yeah, or just like for the coffee. Like I love coffee so much, right? That I
Uh-huh.
don't even like brew it in a thing or whatever.
You just
I
chew
take
the
the
beans?
grounds. No, I take the beans and I shove them right up my fucking anus lips.
But that's more potent.
It really is. You get 98% of the caffeine, whereas if you ingest it orally, it's only like 40%. or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
You know. But hey, Tank.
Bell.
Excuse me. It's Gay Pride Month. Phil.
Twink.
I'm glad you were there. All right, so Cy Richardson is great in this. He has one of my all-time favorite lines. I say this anytime somebody's in my fucking car and I try and introduce a new band or whatever I'm listening to that they probably don't type thing. I'll be like, hey, you like music? And they go, yeah, sure. I'll just be like, well, in that case, you're going to love this. I just love that. All right? If there's any time...
I was going to produce this album.
Yeah,
it's
I call
like, no, you
bullshit on that.
Yeah,
it's like, shut the
no,
fuck
you
up,
didn't. It's one of
White.
those guys where it's like, I'm not going to doubt him because he seems like he'd scream at me. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, he might be even a backhander.
Yeah, like,
without
shut
even...
the fuck up. I said I did. I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Light.
Cy Richardson is a fucking boss player. I don't know if he's still alive. Because he was already in his 40s when this was made.
Oh, he's dead. He's got to be. If he's in, this was 1984.
This is what I mean with the old man thing in you. He could be 83.
Could be.
Could be a mall walker.
Yeah.
Meets up with the old Jewish ladies in the morning.
Yeah.
Puts on a little power walking suit.
Yeah.
And you just hear...
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just walk around. I had a guy who worked at a mall tell me recently why the old ladies do that, and they power walk around the
no
mall.
one's there.
Not just that. Actually, kind of the opposite, right? Flat ground. Temperature control,
Yeah.
which also means environment controlled entirely.
Yeah.
It's not going to have any rainy days.
Yeah. Bathrooms.
Right? Bathrooms.
Old ladies tinkle a bunch.
Oh, my God. Almost as much as you.
Yeah.
You know, an old tinkle town over here.
We'll have to.
Oh, sorry.
We'll have to do a experiment on that.
You get you and
Have
an
to
old lady
kidnap an
together.
old lady, make her
right.
drink a lot of water, make me drink a lot of water.
I know when she's so sweet and she cooks the best
Yeah.
food. Nobody makes food
What
better
am I
than
doing
the son.
here?
Your grandson?
Yeah, I'm your grandson.
I'm your grandson.
Yeah.
All right, got your fucking grandson
You got any
right here. Do the
Vicodin?
old crotch grab.
Yeah.
Because I'm a scumbag.
Yeah, I'm your scumbag grandson, Henry.
Anyways, I want to see if you tinkle as much as my weird buddy. We do a podcast. We do radio on the internet.
Yeah,
okay?
talkies.
We do talkies,
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm already tinkling.
we do fireside chats.
Yeah. Okay, so he's great. Who else is in this? Let's get through this cast.
Xander
goddammit.
Schloss as Kevin.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
He's-
Xander Schloss.
Yeah. Well, he is in the Circle Jerks as the bass player,
wasn't in
and he's
this-
in the Weirdos.
He wasn't in. Yes, he was in the Weirdos, I believe, before this, but he's actually a trained like jazz musician and a blues guy. He didn't like punk rock at first. Then he gets into punk rock a little bit because of just some people. It was in L.A. in the early 80s.
you got to make friends.
Right. When he's on the set of this movie, he meets the Circle Jerks, who he had just seen at like the I don't know, the Roxy or some fucking L.A. club. Okay.
Yeah.
And he comes up and he's like, the Circle Jerks are in this movie, right? They play the lounge act.
Lounge bands.
Yeah.
When the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Zoobity-boobity-doo-wop. Yeah.
Yeah. And he came up to them, Xander Schloss comes up to them and he's like looking like a fucking dork. And he comes up and he was like, hey, I saw you guys recently. I was interested in this this punk rock you do. And apparently Keith Morris and them were just like, nah, that's great. Fuck off.
That's great. Fuck off, loser.
Yeah, definitely. Before you know it, he's the fucking drummer for the band.
Drummer, okay.
Yeah, he's the drummer. Right?
Who's bass player?
No, he's the drummer.
Okay.
Wait, no, he's the bass player.
Okay, yay.
Wait, he's the drummer, the bass player,
I
the
looked it
drummer,
up.
the bass player, the mother, the daughter. Okay. So he's in it. He's the one who's just like his geeky friend.
All right.
Okay.
We have Dick Rude as Duke, his buddy that was like, I'm gonna fuck your like girlfriend or something.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
I love him, man.
I'm looking at him and I was like, he's so close to being like a Nazi punk kind of look.
He looks
Yeah.
like a bonehead, skinhead dude.
Like the dude
yeah.
from fucking Pantera.
Well, but you could also say he looks like the opposite of that, which would be Ian MacKaye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even Tim Armstrong.
Yeah.
You know, Lent from Op Ivy and Rancid, obviously. He's fantastic in it, and he's a lifelong punker. He was a scenester is how he wound up in it, and involved.
Well, his name is Dick Rude. I mean, that is an awesome fucking name.
That's like the most punk fucking name ever.
What's your name? Dick Rude?
Yeah, I know. We never did fake names. We had a punk band back in the day, Phillip and I. We were both guitarists, both kind of jockeying for power.
Yeah.
And
now we do this.
now we do this.
Now we jockey for power in this.
Yeah, now we sniff each other's jockeys.
Yeah. We're space jockeys.
Fucking alien, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking Harry Dean. Hey, come on. Hey.
Twink. Twink. Oh, twink.
Anyways, yeah, Dick Rude's fantastic, and it has one of my favorite closing lines as he's dying. He says, I blame society.
Yeah, it's like, and he goes, don't blame society. No.
He says,
like,
oh, that's bullshit. You're
just a white suburban.
Let me say the
Yeah.
line. I clearly remember it. You're clearly just thinking about the next time you're going to watch D2. Okay?
Might be tonight.
Are you serious?
I might do men at work.
You and the gal friend? He's still trying to pretend he's straight.
Yeah.
He's going through a lot.
Alan.
I mean...
Alana. Alana. Her name's Alana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
her,
it's
his.
not. It's not. No, his penis is big, okay?
Yeah.
Her penis.
And it's
Pride
barbed
Month.
like a
It's Pride
snake's.
Month. Barbed penises can be vaginas, too.
Yeah.
Anyways, go
They
on.
sure can.
They sure, for Pete's sake. Who else? Let's get through this fucking cast. Hurry up.
The Circle Jerks is a nightclub band. We talked about,
Bam,
about that.
done.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Give me the budget. How much did it cost to make this monstrosity?
$5 million.
$5 million? Because I heard it was 1.5.
Unless I forgot to put the point and the 1 in front, maybe.
Let's say $5 million. If we're wrong, comment below, and you will earn yourself a cunty response.
Yeah.
We don't like being proved wrong.
No.
Okay, so it cost $100 million. How much
Yes.
did it make?
3.7 trillion.
Punk rock.
Yeah.
You can't defeat it. It's that fucking good. We say fuck you in the fucking fanny with our fucking middle finger, and you go, I'll give you all of my money. I want to see this a million times.
Yes.
$3.7 trillion?
Trillion. That's like
Fuck, that could pay off
world hunger.
world hunger.
But fuck that.
Fuck
That's
that. Everybody
gay.
be, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what it'd pay off? Is,
I can buy a lot of missiles.
I could buy a lot of fucking Hwasong 15 intercontinental ballistic missiles with re-entry capability.
Yes.
We could fucking finally take down America, Rocky Road.
Yeah.
Down with the country I live in. Nuke it. Kill
Yeah.
everybody in it.
Kill us all.
Kill us all, baby.
Capitalism's for pigs.
Pigs. Yeah, I know. It's so hard to be like, there are times where, like, as an adult, I still have, like, I don't trust police.
Yeah.
But then I see like fucking hot ass 21-year-old white chicks who go to like some fucking liberal arts college, never suffered a day in their life, being like a cab. And
It's
I'm
like, bitch,
well,
you called the cops a week ago.
You called the, yeah, exactly.
Because your boyfriend raised his voice or something.
Yeah, exactly.
He hit me. No, he didn't.
Exactly. Okay. That's when I realized that the thing that makes me most a punker to this day is I just don't like agreeing with people.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Even if you wind up agreeing with every goddamn thing I fucking rail on about, socialized mess, whatever, I feel like I'm just a destructive person. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's a fucking
This isn't a podcast.
That's a
this is
breakthrough.
like
That's a breakthrough.
an examination of self.
Yeah, and anus.
Yeah, self and anus. It's a new show.
The self is in the anus.
Yeah, the self is in the anus.
Okay, so it made $1 trillion. What's the meter on this piece? And by that I mean, give me the critic score first.
78. Oh, the critics. 98%.
Okay, 98%.
Audience 78.
What the fuck's with this audience?
I don't know because
Actually-
I'm with Rotten.
I was going to ask you. So what do you give it?
I don't want to agree at 98%. I'll go 95. No, this movie, I don't watch it once a year. It's something that I might watch like every other kind of thing.
Yeah, this movie's
But
not that big for you.
I love the movie because it's like it's a weird comedy meets sci-fi, which sci-fi is like
Right.
my
That's your shit.
shtick. Yeah,
that's your whole
my thing. To where it's like it kind of has like it could be almost a John Carpenter film.
I do not disagree. It's wonderfully shot.
Yeah.
The score is different, but
the fucking
from
beginning.
Carpenter, but it's fantastic. God. And Iggy Pop, by the way, did that. And he did it in one session. He
Really?
came in and just kind of shat it out. That's how amazing Iggy Pop is. Made one of my favorite punk songs, to be honest with you. Also, by the way, just going to throw it out now. Next week, this week, on the Patreon, patreon.com/PMT. Link is in the description for whatever you're listening or watching this on. We are going track by track through the Repo Man soundtrack. One of my favorite punk albums ever. But yeah, dude, you're right. It does have Carpenter vibes in a sense, but it's also British enough. It looks at America through a much more. It's kind of so absurdist. This is Alex Cox's thing, but let's just get to this. All right, so you give it 95%. I give it 110. I'm an American. Sorry, it's all I can do is give it my best. Having said that, Repo Man, written and directed by Alex Cox. LOL. Pride Month.
Yeah.
Cox.
But pride
Month.
isn't just always about cocks, though. I mean, there's a lot of cock pride. It's like, look how small it is.
I know, but there's also vaginas for lesbians and then non-binary and trans people, and they are obviously accepted. I love you.
But when you think gay
Absolutely.
sex, you think penis.
I'm a gay man. All I'm thinking about is dicks. Right now, I'm not even, I'm talking, my mouth is talking and forming sentences that hopefully are cogent. My brain is literally sucking my grinder date's dick for next week.
I'm
already.
straight, and I constantly think about dicks.
And sucking them.
Yeah,
And sucking them.
But they got to be funny looking ones because I like to laugh.
You're so irony poisoned that you're just like, that's it. If I'm gonna suck dicks just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, it better be tiny and uncut.
Yeah, it's funny to me,
I
bro.
want to boop at it.
Yeah, I like booping and pooping on fucking little micro dicks.
I like pooping on penises.
But gotta read the notes I wrote. Repo Man, written and directed by Alex Cox. Again, LOL, it's Pride. Have fun. Is the weirdo sci-fi comedy punk rock classic about an LA punker who learns the ins and outs of car repossession from his mentor, Bud, played by the original Marlboro Man himself.
Yep.
Harry Dean Stanton. Oh, and they repossess a 1964 Chevy Malibu that may or may not have radioactive alien
body
in the trunk.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. Anyways, let's talk about it. I gotta say, I saw this movie when I got into punk rock 13, 14, like we talked about. And my dad, he's not a punker at all, but he likes some punk rock. He likes rock and roll in general, right?
Yeah. He's like a big Stones guy.
He's a big, he was a Beatles guy, more in the Stones.
Okay.
He likes the Stones too, but if you had to do that lame ass back in the day argument, who's better, he definitely went Beatles. And I spent years being like, no, it's the Stones because I thought they were more rock and roll. But to be honest,
and then you learn that
the Beatles are
the
fucking
Beatles were the ones
They're the best.
raised in the shitty part of England.
Yeah, they're from north Liverpool or South Liverpool. They're from
Hamptonshire.
they're from whatever the equivalent of Compton is in Liverpool.
In England.
Okay, so they were riding around in their 6'4", just smacking a hoe.
Yeah,
but
taking down some
they were effing the police
at the bods and the.
Oh yeah, okay. So basically, they were just I don't know, riding around in an apple cart or whatever they do there, eating fucking faggy pudding. But have fun. It's Pride, okay? I can say that word. I'm gay. You can't. Okay. You know the rules. Okay.
I know the rules.
The rule is I can call you that slur. You can never say it to me.
I don't want to call you that slur.
You mean it?
I mean it.
Aww.
You just kiss me. Maybe.
Okay. So
it's for the show. It's for the show.
Anyways, I stuck my tongue in his cheek. What are you gonna do? His ass cheek, by the way.
Yeah.
For those on the
it's
podcast.
a human bidet.
I've been known. Okay, so my dad was like, oh, he's getting into punk rock. He likes movies. I've always been a big fucking cinema guy. And as a stocking stuffer for Christmas, he bought me Repo Man on VHS. This was...
Do you still have that?
No.
Ooh.
No, I
God
know.
damn.
I know, dude. I know. And it was funny because it was already about... It was in that changeover period, like 2002, where VHS and DVD, it's like...
Yeah.
We're going DVDs, obviously, but you could still get a VHS. The little cringy, but you still have the VCR.
Because I remember at the store with like my mom, I'd be like, hey, I want to get that on DVD. She's like, well, you still got the tape. I was like, but we have a DVD player now.
Yeah, I know.
We'll just pay $30 more. I understand. But Mom, you don't have to rewind.
Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. So much better.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get that. I watch it Christmas morning, upstairs, in my bedroom, alone, angry, moody. It's 14. Fuck everything.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
And I put it on, and I was like, holy shit, this movie's amazing.
Yeah. Well, you showed me that movie.
Yeah, I showed all of my friends that movie.
Yeah,
I showed
that's the first time I watched it.
All of my friends saw that fucking movie. I just kept showing it to people.
Yeah.
I have seen this movie like 50 times.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 100.
Wow.
It's one of those movies.
So this is like what Alien is to me.
Yeah, I guess so. If it's something you've seen a bunch.
Oh, dude, I like a couple days ago. Like, it was Thursday. It was Thursday afternoon, and I was like, I can either sit on my patio, get stoned, and drink a little, and then I was like, I'm kind of tired. I just want to like lay down, take an edible, and just like
chill out,
watch movies, and go to bed. Yeah. So I watched Aliens, and then for some reason I was like, I'm going to go back to the AVPs, and I was like, ugh.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. But yeah, this is a movie I saw a fucking bunch. It's the movie that made me want to make movies. Now, the reason I say that is there is such a independent tone to this movie. Mm-hmm. It's unique. It's not like a lot of movies. It's fucking weird. It also shows the LA hardcore scene like most movies don't. Obviously, there's the documentary Decline of Western Civilization, the first one, that legit documents like 1979, 1980, 81 hardcore punk or punk rock bands like X headed into like early Black Flag pre-Henry Rollins. So like 1980-ish.
The good Black Flag.
The best.
Not saying Damage was fucking awesome.
No, Damage is great. Yeah, sure.
After that.
But after that, it was just garbage metal jazz. It was horse shit. Okay, My War legit fucking sucks. All right.
Family Man.
You don't like that spoken word shit? This is fantastic. Yeah. Family Man. Anyways,
with your hamburgers and
but
dogs.
I watched the fuck out of this movie. I love it to death. It's the movie where I was like, oh, you can make movies. This movie was made by people. Now, what I mean by that is, obviously, but when you're like 10 or 6, movies you don't think people made this. Yeah. You think like just from the heavens, a VHS tape of, the first and only season of Dinosaurs showed up. You don't know like Jim Henson and is a man who produced it, and you don't know any of that shit. Yeah. You don't know who Steven Spielberg is. You know it's a name that was household by that point, but you don't know that people worked on this. Somebody wrote this. Somebody came up with this fucking movie. Repo Man is the first time I saw a movie where I was like, this was written and directed by this guy. He made this. It's weird as fuck. Nobody told a story like this one. Mm-hmm. This one's unique. I felt like I found something. It was my first independent movie where I was just like, fuck, this is fucking different, I watched it nonstop, wore out that fucking VHS. Then I got the DVD. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely a movie I watch. To
have that VHS, I'd fucking frame that. Like, I have the
I'd frame it for
Criterion
murder.
DVD, which actually comes with the comic strip that Cox drew and wrote to pitch to like the
financiers.
Yeah,
Studios or whatever.
I actually have that, and I was like, what the? It's like, damn, that's fucking cool.
That's fucking cool
Yeah.
as shit, dude.
Yeah, I gotta get you a copy of that though.
Yes,
that's a
please.
collector's item.
Please.
It's fucking nice.
Get it for my birthday.
I will. I think we talked about it on the last step.
Okay, then.
So that's 2 reminders.
There it is. You
Yeah.
got 2 reminders. You'll still forget.
Yeah. I get you like the first season of like Fraggle Rock.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
Fucking Harry Dean Stanton is just an icon in this fucking movie. To this day, I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I'm leaving a gas station, liquor store, fucking whatever kind of small
Mm-hmm.
mom and pop shop, and I just be like, all right, thank you to the cashier, thank you. And I leave and I just go, have a good day. And I see it's night. And I'm like, night, day, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
That's a Harry Dean Stanton
Yeah.
line in this. God, this movie's so quotable.
Well, when you're a speed freak that steals cars, I mean, night and day don't mean shit. It's all about making money.
It's all about making money, and they work on commission.
Yeah.
You know, it's those are my favorite scenes in it. The car chase scene with the fucking Rodriguez brothers in the L.A. River.
Oh yeah.
Dude, then it just all of a sudden it just goes back into that.
It's like pre T2.
Yeah. And he's just like fucking Rodriguez brothers.
Yeah, goddamn Rodriguez.
You know.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, that was really intense, bud. And he's like, Repo Man's always intense.
Yeah, I fucking I
So
every time I
unique.
watched it, I was like, I wish that was like one of my uncles.
Yeah. Oh my
And
god.
I think I kind of have like an uncle that you could like kind of say that, but then like he had a massive heart attack and quit drinking and smoking and sinning. So now it's just like I just like to mow my lawn and drink Cokes.
All right, well, that's not as good because
No.
Harry Dean Stanton went till the day he died.
Yeah, exactly.
Smoking American fucking spirits and drinking just whiskey. I think he was
Yeah.
a whiskey gal.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I fucking love him in this movie. He could fucking just the best. This is my favorite movie with him. Oh, you want some more?
Yeah.
Say it.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
No, fuck you.
All right, fine. I
I'm
gotta drive home
kidding.
anyway.
Oh, well, drive home with a little bit of bubbly in you.
It's a 30-minute drive with no traffic.
That's what I mean. And you'll be going 90 and be blind drunk. So who cares?
off of like
Off of 4 sips of Cook's fucking champagne.
and like a 5% beer.
Anyways, talk to me, baby. What are some of your favorite moments from this movie?
The scene I really love is when Otto has to go into the old black lady's house to like take her car. She's like, you know, bills have been piling up and this and he's trying to be as nice as he can because it's a nice little old lady.
Yeah.
And then all her grandsons come in
Yeah.
and they just like look at him and smile. And he's like, all right, never mind. I'm
If I'm not mistook, that's like a ska band too, isn't it?
I think they're like ska or something because I know they're on the way there and there's a song playing that's like either like ska-ish or like
Right.
or like Mexican style.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love like the one like huge nerd just like at his face going just intimidating. Yeah.
Sure. That dude was scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, he looks funny, but he's also like 6'8".
He's a big bad motherfucker,
Yeah.
dude.
He's a BMF.
Exactly. He's a bad motherfucker, dude. But yeah, man. What about Pletchner, the fucking security guy?
Yeah. He was an intense guy.
He's hilarious.
Fuck you, I was in goddamn World War II.
Don't you ever say fuck you to me, because you
Yeah.
haven't owned it yet.
I also love like how his name was also Otto.
That's right, Otto Pletchner.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pletchner, I believe, is a beer also.
Okay.
All of the Repo Men are named after beer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And there's other interesting stuff, obviously, you can see in this movie, like the beer cans are all
Well,
labeled beer,
All
or the food is
stuff,
labeled food.
Yeah. And funny thing, I thought it was a play on consumerism and capitalism. No, it's just they
couldn't afford to be able to- yeah.
For I'm just going like, yeah, it's fucking punk rock. It's like, oh yeah, their budget.
Well, no. Well,
Well,
you
they-
can look at it both ways, right? Like, yes, they couldn't afford.
it's
Hold on.
product
Let me
placement,
explain.
so,
They couldn't
yeah.
afford product placement. They couldn't
Yeah.
afford for a movie like that
You
to be able
can't
to
get
have those
Coke
kinds of
and
labels.
beer.
Exactly. But so they had to just label things.
Yeah.
So they found a funny workaround that also makes like just sort of a mild statement on just like America being kind of just this boring fucking world that
It is.
these Repo Man are inside of. Oh, it is a very
But
boring
think
country.
about America.
It's boring.
like if you don't live in a major city, most of America's just, like strip malls and like KFCs on every fucking corner and Dunkin's and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's true.
like
That's
the
true.
suburbs.
Hey, look, you know what? To be fair, though, like this took place in L.A. and it's still kind of boring and
Yeah.
in a lot of ways the way they present it.
Well, his
obviously.
parents.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They were burnout old hippies, but America, even in the cities, can be boring. Look, we live in Atlanta, but Atlanta can be boring as shit. It's just, I don't mean boring as in bad necessarily, so much as it's safe.
Yeah.
It's mostly safe.
Yeah.
Like, I know Republicans will be like, what about Chicago or
It's
something?
not like Skid Row.
It's like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Most places in America, you're pretty safe. You're pretty okay, even if you're struggling like fucking crazy, which, you shouldn't be, obviously. There's a lot of problems here. But there's a lot of, especially during the Reagan era where this took place, 1983, 84, where it's just kind of fucking boring. Just kind of like, they didn't show it like cowabunga, bro, fun 80s shit.
Yeah,
they had it
showed
more just
the
kind
gritty
of
part of LA, like
the
the
gritty
the
part of
gritty
LA,
part that you need. Yeah.
but also not gritty too, because like there's the tennis racket fucking rich kids who are fighting over their truck being towed.
Yeah.
And then you see Bud just being like normal fucking people.
Normal fucking people. Yeah.
Normal fucking people,
Yeah.
dude. Normal fucking people. This movie's for people.
Ordinary fucking people.
Ordinary fucking people. This movie's for people who never really felt ordinary. I never felt ordinary.
No, I've always felt weird.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've actually been thinking about this a lot in therapy.
Yeah.
No, but I have. I've always felt like I was broken. Something's wrong with me. I'm fucked up. I'm
Same.
crazy.
Like
that
the
kind of shit.
outcast kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's not intentional. Like, I feel like, I have friends and stuff. Okay? I have really good friends.
You do.
I have boys who are friends.
I have very furry friends. I like to pet.
Yeah, I have like little
Get a
nasty
cat,
little,
Michael.
I have nasty little hairy
Yeah.
mountain people friends like you.
Wrong turn friends.
Yeah. But I still feel like I'm not a troll. I'm not an edgelord, but I just happen to be a little rough around the edges.
Yeah.
But I've always felt on the outskirts. This is the kind of movie about the kind of subcultures that never felt like they fit in. Now, Repo Men, I can't defend. My parents used to have their fucking cars repossessed and shit. Like, they were struggling before they finally... I've seen the floor to the ceiling of the middle class. When I was a kid, we were at the very fucking bottom.
I'm going to grab a beer.
Struggling like crazy. Go, bitch. Go. Just go.
Yeah, please, I will.
But I always felt like I was struggling as a person with an identity. But because I just always knew... This is the thing about punk rock, right? I've never liked rules. Like, if they make sense, obviously. Like, taxes make sense to me. I'm not a fucking libertarian idiot. Like, yeah, I need roads and all that kind of shit. But there's also that thing of, if you give me a rule and it doesn't make sense, well, then fuck you. Suck my D. So I got a fucking rule for you. All right, I got a half-incher right here, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Micro penis. That's my new name.
I say a half inch is better than a no inch.
Wow, I love it.
Thank you.
And I love you. Pick up your notes because now
Yeah, I got to get the...
we got to get to factoids and wrap this up. Send everybody home, okay? So, let me go to the fucking thing where I press the thing and it does the fucking thing. Kick it!
Factoids from behind the scenes.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Now, Phil, tell me you brought some motherfucker factoids.
Right here?
Yes! Yes! Punk rock!
Punk rock. I like Billy Idol.
Yeah, I'm a punker. I listen to Billy Idol. There you go.
So, the movie didn't have a lot of product placement, but one thing that they did have was the air freshener trees.
Oh, yeah.
They were one of the sponsors of the movie.
That's right.
That's why there's so much placement.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they got a lot of actual, I think that really helped them.
That new car scent, baby.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you're going to be in a car with Harry Dean Stanton for fucking 8 hours
Yeah.
a day, that motherfucker, I'm sure he stunk. Like, love him to death, but that guy stunk. Tracy Walter too. They should have just covered his ass in that fucking little trees.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor?
I'm gonna go with new car scent.
Me too.
It's the only one.
I know. I tried black ice once.
That's too
It made
fucking
my
strong.
head spin.
Yeah, it's like
and
you
then
just sprayed.
started shaking violently.
Yeah.
And I started seeing things.
Like you sprayed Axe all in your car.
Basically. Yeah. No, I agree. You got to get the green, dude. Oh, well, hold on. Sorry. New car scent, but I'll also go with the fucking tree scent, with the pine tree.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what I hate about
Okay, I'm
factoids.
sorry. I
Engage
just
with me.
pine tree.
My turn.
I do like pine. Okay.
This doesn't have anything on it.
I was making it up as I went. They're all blank
Why did you
sheets.
do
This
that?
isn't even happening. This isn't real.
Am I still smelling that black ice?
Yeah. It's been 10 years since the incident of the black ice
Read your fucking
tree.
notes. Read your fucking notes.
Yeah, I'm not even real. I've been a figment of your
That
imagination
would
since the
fucking
7th grade.
suck, dude.
Shutter Island,
Yeah.
but better.
More like Shitter Island.
Yeah, it should be
Hated that
Shitter
movie.
Island.
I hated that movie. Dude.
I didn't like it. I was like, come on, Martin.
I remember a friend of mine being like, was like, dude, you're not going to believe the twist in this movie about the guy who goes to investigate a crime at the mental asylum. And I was like, can I guess? And he was like, what? And I was like, he's crazy. And he was like, whoa, how did you do that?
Scorsese was just like, I'm going to do like a twist for dumb people.
Scorsese didn't know what he was doing.
No.
Yet. You know, he hadn't
Yeah.
figured out how to direct yet. Mm-hmm. Even though I've heard that new one is long as fuck and amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with Leo DeCaf. You're not gonna watch it. I know you're not.
No.
The Songs of the Crystal Skull. I forget what it's called. It's like Killers of the Flower
No,
Moon.
I do want to watch that.
I know you do.
But how long is it?
It's an hour and 49 minutes, and it's like, who
Oh,
makes
no, I only do
movies this
30-minute movies.
That's what I mean.
They're called TV shows.
Look at the audience. Look at that lens. Look at that beautiful lens and talk to them.
Dennis Hopper wasn't arrested, but he wanted more money. Do you imagine? I couldn't see Dennis Hopper as it just because he's too intense. You got to have the guy like Stanton who's like, yeah, kid, this is what it is, what you do. He gives a fucking shit. Because with fucking Hopper, he's like, hey, let's do some fucking speed, kid, kind of shit.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Action.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
exactly.
okay, no.
Look, I still think it would be a great movie. You know how it is. Mm-hmm. When you see a great movie, it's hard to picture anybody else doing it.
Yeah.
I think it could have worked with him. It would be different, though.
Yeah.
But I would never replace Harry Dean Stanton with this.
The producers, besides Stanton, talked about Mick Jagger. Imagine that.
Punk rock.
We're gonna do some speed and go take cars that people can't afford.
Yeah, and now we need to have gay sex with David Bowie.
We do?
You never heard that?
No,
You've heard
know
that
about
rumor,
that.
right?
Yeah, his wife just walks in and be like, "Oh, guys, taking a nap."
It was Mick Jagger, David Bowie, and like 4 hot black guys. And every time I hear that story, I'm like, what the fuck to be a fly on that wall?
I know, right?
That cum-covered wall. Sorry.
That cum-covered,
okay.
yeah.
Don't mean to be crass. This is a children's show.
You're gonna love this one.
I probably won't. I'm a really aggressively unloving man.
You really are.
I suck.
Jimmy Buffett, he had a blink and you'll miss it scene. He's the CIA agent in the Aviators who was taking pictures of the dude's dead body. The guy who's like, I have the Malibu guy.
Yeah, the scientist.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Buffett. I thought.
Is it really?
I thought
Is it really?
What I looked up was bullshit, but then as the credits roll from the
It's
bottom,
Jimmy Buffett.
It's Jimmy Buffett. It says blonde CIA guys, and he's one of the name is Jimmy fucking Buffett.
Even though my favorite of the blonde CIA guys is the one who screams, "Not my face!
Yeah.
Not my face!" That guy is so every time that makes me quack the fuck up, dude.
To be honest, not a Jimmy Buffett guy, but this gives me, I'll give him a little bit of fucking respect on that.
I give him a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I give him about my full penis right there.
And he's probably a cool old man. He's got a boat and smokes weed and he's rich as shit.
Yeah, great.
Boats.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Okay, well, here is where the inspiration for the John Wayne was you say it.
John Wayne was a fag. The hell
He was Miller.
Hold on, I gotta finish it. Sorry,
okay.
now I have to. He's like, it's true. I went to install a two-way mirror at his pad in Brentwood, and he come to the door in a dress. That don't mean he was a homo, Miller. Lots of guys like to watch their buddies fuck. I know I do. One of my favorite
That
scenes
scene made
in
my
cinema.
made my girlfriend just burst out.
Because it's one of the funniest scenes ever made.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That is, and one day we'll do this, okay? We'll do a top 10 greatest scenes of all time. I'm already submitting that. That is one of my, that is iconic fucking scene. It's a hairy, iconic scene.
Well, Cox knew a man named Swatty, who is the inspiration for the Miller John Wayne story. Swatty worked for Arrow Glass and Mirror in L.A., and Cox wrote in an editorial for The Guardian, I had no real reason to believe John Wayne was gay. I just like the story and the demented idea of the Duke answering his own front door in a strapless cocktail dress.
I do too. Remember, by the way, I have a love-hate for John Wayne. As a film fan, it's hard to ignore The Searchers. Okay, you see a movie like that, True Grit, The Ridge. You see shit like that, you're like, this fucking guy. I get it. But as a punker, MDC, Millions of Dead Christians. They had a song called, or Millions of Dead Cops. They went by a million different names but MDC was a hardcore punk band from Texas or some shit back in the 80s. And they had that classic fucking punk song, John Wayne Was a Nazi. And I've always felt not literally, but he just sums up just sort of fascistic America first bullshit.
He did have a whole interview with fucking Playboy that was pretty white supremacist-y.
It was pretty wild.
I just think that,
And this is where I then argue with the people who also don't like him, is then a bunch of TikTokers in 2020 found him.
Yeah.
They found this fucking interview from 1970.
This guy's been dead since the 70s.
And they found it and they were just like, oh my God, he said integration was bad. It's yeah, I bet that fucking guy did.
Why would you not think the guy born in 1910?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think he was born in 1910.
Early 1900s, yeah.
Hopefully not 1911 because it reminds me of 9/11.
And the Colt 1911.
I don't know what that is.
It's a pistol that George Patton had.
I love you.
I'm still kind of a gun guy. I just don't buy them.
Man. No,
it's reading
I'm a
about
gun
them.
guy. Okay?
You're a James Gunn guy.
I kind of am, actually. I love the fucking Guardians movies, dude.
I do, and I give it to James Gunn. He did also write the
Speaking of guns,
remake to
my arms.
Yeah, he also wrote the remake of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
That's
a very good remake,
dude. I used to shit on that movie, and
it's
then
so good.
Hold on.
Okay,
yeah, I know you're right. I used to shit on that movie because I was like, you can only like the original. Which, sure, of course, George A. Romero's original.
You gotta love the classics.
It's the fucking masterpiece of them.
Yeah.
But then I saw the remake, Zack Snyder, which I saw in theaters when I was 11.
Yeah.
Whenever that came out, 99, 2001, somewhere around there. No, that's
2003.
Yeah, that's a 2003.
4, yeah.
No, it's not a 2003.
3.
Is it a 2003?
Might be 3 or 4, yeah.
Oh my God.
Because the first time I saw it, my friend in gym gave me the bootleg DVD of it.
Was it that little black kid?
No.
Oh, sorry. There was this little black kid I had in class. I don't know why I'm saying it like this. I just feel like I just said something
he was a scrawny
shitty.
Italianish kid. His last name was
now
Campo.
We're going like ethnic and stuff. I'm sorry. Look, there was this black kid who moved to our school from Detroit, and he always had a book bag full of bootleg DVDs
and a jacket.
No, he just it wasn't. It was basically the classic open up his jacket and there was all right, which one you want, right? He's like, I got Blue Streak, like that kind of thing. But this kid always had a book bag full of bootleg DVDs and VHS tapes, and I would show up every Friday. Here is 15 fucking American dollars.
Yeah, no,
Go
this
home with
kid
Craig.
was
that kid ruled. AJ? What was his? Not AJ. Not that
early. Not this kid was like early on. Like, what's that shit called?
Piracy?
Yeah.
No,
well, not
that's
early
what I'm
on,
talking
but
about. I'm literally
it was
talking
like,
about the
well,
same
yeah,
thing.
of
It's
course,
what bootlegging
but yeah,
is.
yeah, it was just like this is off my computer. And it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
But
go
see,
on.
like, I didn't start doing like fucking that shit till like
Hey,
2009 or 10.
we're on
I got a
camera.
cease and
What
desist.
are
They
you
told
doing?
me not to do it
stop.
again.
He was just kidding. We don't steal anything.
No,
right.
except for hearts.
Ladies.
And
And
it's Pride Month.
male ladies. Okay. Post office. Yeah, if you want to hit us up, my phone number is 911. Just tell them Michael Benton, from the POD. And they'll be like, oh, him. They'll hook you right up.
All right. Did you know Joe Cox was a repo man?
Sorry, take it back. Deliver it to the lens. I'm going to train you to be camera ready. All right?
Joe Cox was a repo man's apprentice prior to the film. His neighbor was a repo man. This was his inspiration.
Did you say Joe Cox?
I thought it was Joe Cox.
The director?
Yeah.
Alex Cox.
Alex Cox. Oh, I got Joe.
I told you, you don't like punk rock.
I've had a long
you
week,
haven't
man.
seen the movie. It's okay. You didn't see the movie, you hate punk rock. I get it. Hey, next week we'll do one about fucking Winger, okay?
I told you I only like modern country.
And Winger, apparently. So
And
we'll do
Winger.
Winger and country. It's okay. We'll do it next week. We'll do the whole Reba series, episode by episode.
Reba?
I mean it.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
cool.
doing Reba. Actually, Cox originally wanted to cast the members of my favorite punk band, Fear. Lee Ving was originally written to play Bud, but Cox could not find the investors or the budget at the time to get
Need a bit more
Fear.
of a name. Need
Yeah.
a bit more of a name. Having said that, actually, I mean this. I think Lee Ving would have been pretty goddamn good, but a little bit too B-movie.
He's also...
Does that make sense? A
yeah,
little too fucking
Well, the thing
underground.
about, like...
Harry Dean Stanton lends a lot of
He
credibility.
lends a lot because, one, he's been in shit. And the thing is, with like Ving, it would almost be like, I think could do the same thing, but it would still be kind of like too much over the top to where...
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But Fear, really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. Now that's interesting. Okay. What else you got?
Lee Ving.
Lee Ving, Las Vegas.
All right. Did you know that this was produced by Michael Nesmith from the Monkees?
Yeah.
That blew my mind. I was like, that fake band guy?
Yeah, but he's like super into this movie to this day.
Yeah.
He shows up at screenings for it. He's on the DVD commentary from back in the day. Michael Nesmith is huge about this movie.
Going back
he's
to punk
really,
rock.
He's really proud of it. Oh yeah, the Monkees, greatest
Well,
punk
the
band
Sex
ever.
Pistols were like the Monkees for punk rock in England.
Yeah. I always kind of push back on that a little bit.
But they were created by like a production.
Malcolm McLaren.
Yeah.
Malcolm
From
McLaren. And
yeah.
Malcolm McLaren is goddamned unfucking like deal withable. Like the dude's fucking annoying as shit. I did it. It was all mine. It was, what did he say? It was the great rock and roll swindle. He's annoying in interviews.
Oh, I don't like
absolute
that.
garbage. Julian Temple, punk rocker from back in the day, and directed some of the great punk rock documentaries. I think he made End of the Century, the Ramones documentary, but don't hold me to that. Hold me, but not to that.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month. You
Yeah.
legally have to. Your straight friends have to big spoon you as you weep and watch Emma tonight. Okay? At gunpoint. Anyways, Julian Temple made several Sex Pistols documentaries. The first one being The Great Rock and Roll Swindle, and it's garbage. Don't watch it. Watch the second one. I forget what it's called. Sideways. Check it out.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'll just go on like Google.
Anyways, Malcolm McLaren. I hear you on the Monkees comparison. I do.
Okay, we'll get this.
I don't get anything.
Kevin,
It's that pussy.
before being
Kevin!
cast for Xander Schloss, it was going to be Chris Penn.
That's right. In fact, actually, Xander Schloss was working with Alex Cox already.
Yeah.
and he was sort of trying to break into the movie industry at the same time he was fucking around with bands around town, right? And he really liked the idea of Repo Man. So what he kept saying about Chris Penn on set, or excuse me, around like the production studio, was, I don't know, guys, this Chris Penn guy, you know who might be really good at this? Who looks like a real fucking dork dweeb fucking bitch face fucking four-eyed goggle-eyed fucking loser. This guy right here.
Yeah, because
and it worked.
It
and
works
eventually
because
they were
Chris
like,
Penn did not have a nerd bone in his body.
No, Chris
He was
Penn
like
was like an aggressive little fat man. I don't know about little, but he was an aggressive
He's
fat.
an aggressive fat man.
Like, I love Chris Penn. Miss him to this day.
Stop pointing that gun at my fucking dad.
He's so good in that.
Yeah.
So good in that.
And we're getting into Tarantino. And
That's
then
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Don't say it.
I'm excited.
I know, me too. And we're doing that next week. We'll get to it in a second. Let's wrap this up. Chris Penn, though, yeah, it wouldn't have worked. That would not have worked. I mean, they would have made it work as Alex Cox fucking rips as a director, at least for a couple films. I'm not really into his fucking acid spaghetti westerns like Walker. You ever seen those?
I read about Walker because I didn't know what it was, and I clicked on the link.
You thought it was Texas Ranger, and you got really super
I got
hurt.
real mad. But I learned that because here's the thing. I didn't know. I listened to an episode of The Dollop like years back that talked about the guy who was like, I want to take over Nicaragua. Which was the Walker guy, yeah.
That's right. That's right. It's a real thing.
Which actually happened, yeah. He like became like the president there.
Yeah, it's a really fucking weird
Then
story.
they executed him?
Yeah, they did. We have to like somehow find a way to. We might have to do Walker eventually. It is not a movie anybody knows, so we'll get no views or listens. But maybe you and I will just do it on the Patreon.
It's got Xander Schloss in it.
Well, fuck that. It's also got fucking Joe Strummer, dude.
Okay.
From The Clash. Yeah.
And Miguel Sandoval, who I forgot to put
Love
into the cast.
Miguel Sandoval.
Yeah.
He's one of the
Ricardo brothers.
The Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. That's what I said.
You think we all look the same? I pull the I'm Hispanic card when I want to. I am white though.
Okay.
As in I'm boring. But I'm Hispanic as in I really love beans and rice. I grew up on that, okay? Okay.
You grew up on weenies and beans like I did.
So, Phil, is that it?
Actually,
next factoid, I love you. That'd be so funny if you did that. My next factoid is, Michael Benton, would you take my hand? And she'd be like, no, dude, the gay jokes were just a joke. I mean, I'm gay, but not for you. I'm not going to have sex with you. Hey, okay? Factoid from Beyond the Scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to have sex with you.
okay, well, the special effects weren't really like special effects. Like,
Tell them about the car.
the car was
One of my
painted
favorite.
with a coat of luminescent paint
Yep.
to make that green neon kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, even with when they open up the car, that's like they had some kind of like, I want to say like 35 millimeter, like, no, they had like some kind of like coating in there to like make the green look.
Yeah. The radioactive look.
Yeah, the
that they had with
they because I was like, how
Malibu.
they fucking, and then I read they didn't technically it's special effects, but it's not like when you think special effects as in like
the movie with Brian Dennehy, right?
FX, yeah.
You remember FX?
I've never seen them.
I saw it and I don't remember. Yeah, they made two. That's right.
Isn't it about a magician?
Is that it?
Yes, that
Yes,
is
it
it
is.
for.
Oh wait, sorry. Hold on. Damn it, you did it. And I say it again.
That is it for.
Factoids from beyond the scenes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if we had to give our score again, I'm 110%. You got Mr. 95% over here. Guess
Yeah.
you hated it. Thought it was
yes.
a piece of shit. That's it for Repo Man. Or is it? If you join us over on the Patreon this week, I gotta stop looking there. I gotta start looking there. If you join us over on the Patreon, we are going to be going through track by track the seminal punk rock classic soundtrack for Repo Man, and it's gonna have my favorite Latino punk band on there, The Plugs. They did the actual score. That like fucking little twangy little.
Gave it a Western
Yeah,
kind of
that
vibe?
Western song?
Yeah.
That's by The Plugs.
Okay.
One of my
well,
all-time.
guess what I'm listening to when I'm heading home?
Probably Reba.
I'm gonna put Reba season 2 on
Yeah, and just listen to it.
and just listen
You
to
can
it.
just hear how funny that is.
I don't need to see Reba to know
Yeah,
what's going on in
She's clearly
Reba.
in her kitchen mad at
Yeah.
the family for
Yeah.
being silly.
God damn it! I'm divorced and my fucking
My
kids still
my
live here and they're
cunt
married.
Kids, my cunt loser fucking drug addict kids. Fuck
It was
'em.
almost like that because I remember like my mom like would watch us. I'm like, oh, okay.
Trying to wrap it up. I don't want to
Okay.
hear more about your fucking family watching Reba and sobbing. Okay.
Yeah, it was Reba and Walker and Dr. Quinn.
It was, wasn't it?
And then Billy Ray Cyrus had like a doctor show called Doctor's like, I'm a doctor from the hills of Tennessee. Went to New York to do some doctor stuff.
So join us on Patreon because we're going to be talking track by track the Repo Man soundtrack at www.patreon.com/PMTM. Link is in today's notes. And next week, we're going to be talking about in measuring our peanut. No,
Oh,
we're
no,
gonna
no,
be
that was after the episode.
Yeah, that's right. That's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
To see which one's more pathetic.
And answer
Both.
equal.
It's a fucking draw, dude.
Equally pathetic little fucking dead gray little pigtail penises.
Yeah.
We suck.
We
suck
suck.
shit.
We stink.
But I'll tell you what doesn't. Next week's episode, which we will be putting out. I don't know why I said that. Of
Yeah.
course we will. And it is about our favorite top 5 Quentin Tarantino movies. Now, obviously, he's made 9. He's going to be making his 10th one as his final one. We're going to break it down to our top 5. Okay? All right? Okay?
Okay.
Okay. That's it?
That's it.
Oh, wait.
What we got? Fucking fart.
Bye! Fucking
Fuck
punk
you.
rock. Fucking punk rock.
Bitches.
Fuck you, audience. You stayed around too long.
Posers. Yep.
Bye. No, but seriously, we love you.
Guy, yeah.